Hey girlies, it's me.
You irk so bad, and I knew you was gonna do that.
Oh,
too.
you know he starts like this every time. But hello, it's me. You know I'm talking now. Since people say they don't hear me talking, I'm finna hold up because I gotta get this little rant off before we start. Hi to the listener. I do talk, and here I am now.
I had no intention.
That was a great rant.
I did.
I thought we were entering a new phase of our lives where we just ignore things that we don't really care about people saying.
We trying, friend. It's not easy for all of us.
Yeah.
Okay? Some of us are sensitive.
Ignoring people is my favorite sport. I love the way you dribble up and down the court.
Bye.
All right.
Anyways, hello. My name is Hakeem. I ate a burrito.
Okay.
Those burritos are thick.
Thick as hell, bitch.
Like me.
All right.
So,
Just so you know, he's as thick as a peppermint stick. So
those thick ones that you get from
Not he tried to find out. Okay. Cute.
the ones that you get at Family Dollar.
the big ones, darling.
The big. You know, we always have that casual person who comes up to us like, I want to be on your podcast. We should make a podcast. How do you make a podcast? And, you know, I'm going to just say, try out Anchor.
And if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First off, it's free.
There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Anchor will distribute your podcast so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership.
It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place.
Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Anyways, okay, so do we have Black Excellence? Should we start there?
Black excellence. Yes.
It is
I just
Black History
discovered.
Month.
Oh, it's not February yet, babe.
When the episode comes out,
Oh,
it's
my
going
apologies.
to be...
Okay, my apologies. My bad. Damn.
We're gonna be
Okay,
the
so my
second
Black
week.
excellence is everyone discovering that what's her name? Kim Kimble is the Department of Hair for Euphoria, and she's one of the most famous hairdressers in the world. So yeah, the fact that they dropped a big ass check on this fabulous black lady to do the hair for Euphoria.
I seen it on TikTok last night.
Yeah, didn't know that. Had no clue. And it makes sense because all the hair be, on point. So yeah, that's my Black excellence for the day. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my cat playing with a damn paper bag.
I love it.
Courtesy of me.
Do you have Black Excellence?
No. But let me think of one out of the sky. My Black excellence. Fix your face. Fix your face right the
Because I
fuck
was about
now.
to say third week in a row.
I had Black excellence last week. What did you say? Did I?
Remember how? What'd you say?
What did I say?
I don't remember.
Child, if I did have one last week, I'm sorry, y'all. I mean,
Because the first week you weren't impressed.
yeah, I was definitely unimpressed. I sure wasn't.
He wasn't impressed.
I wasn't. Nothing was really like, ooh, but then he had to turn around and be like, well, no.
It's okay. We're going to ridicule him for that later. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
I didn't necessarily have Black Excellence, so knowing that it's Black History Month, I always give it to someone who has inspired me within Black History.
Period. We love that.
So I was giving it to Toni Morrison and Amiri Baraka. Toni Morrison was a very well-known writer. She passed away in 2019. It was all over the internet.
Oh. I wasn't aware. I'm sorry.
Most recently, her books were banned at some school that's close to St. Louis, where basically...
Wentzville.
Yeah, Wentzville, because they were too black. She used to get a lot of... She was a very loved and very well-known writer.
Wentzville makes sense.
And what happened was people used to always complain to her about the fact that she never wrote about white people at all. Like, I don't think any white people were ever...
Do you guys not have enough?
That's basically what she was saying, because she would get invited to interviews and they would be like, so when are you going to start writing about white people? She was like, why don't you ask these white authors? When are they going to start writing about black people?
The fuck?
Once you have a conversation with them, let me know what they say,
Oh my
and you
God,
can come back.
the gall. As soon as they see that they're not involved in some shit, they're like, what about us? Bitch, all there is you.
Yeah.
Y'all are everywhere. I do also have some other black excellence. I'm going to keep talking about this, but I just discovered that The Matrix and The Terminator was written by a black woman. Yes, a black woman. And yes, she did sue the motherfuckers who did, go on with the franchise. But her name is Sophia Stewart, and she has her books available on Amazon. It is called The Third Eye. And then she has another book called The Mother of the Matrix, explaining her, obviously having this book written back in the 80s. And she was going door to door in Hollywood trying to, pitch her book. And, the grubby Wachowski twins snatched that up. And she discovered her book in the movie theater when she saw the Terminator's trailer. Because apparently the Terminator and the Matrix coincide. The Terminator is literally a prequel to the Matrix.
I seen that on TikTok.
I saw this clip this morning, actually, when I was getting ready to go to the gig.
Ew.
And I found out that the person who sings the "Everybody Dance" is a black person, and she sued the fuck out of them because they wouldn't have her in the videos because she was heavyweight.
Yeah, they just didn't like her because she was bigger.
Yeah.
She was bigger.
Ridiculous. They just chose a black, skinnier model and just had her lip sync over her voice.
She also sings "It's Raining Men" song.
She sang a lot of shit, but they just
put other people
very fat phobic, very disgusting behavior. So
I didn't
she got her flowers.
I didn't talk about Amiri Baraka. Amiri Baraka was an activist and a poet from back during the civil rights era-ish.
Okay.
He was very influenced by members of the Black Panther Party, Frantz Fanon, etc., etc. And he's a really great writer. His stuff actually influenced certain ways that I write myself. What are you thinking?
Although I was fixing my microphone, if I hear a little bit of finger tapping, that's me. Okay. My bad.
Okay, so we should go ahead and talk about what we want to talk about this episode.
Episode 3 of Euphoria. Okay, y'all know.
Oh, we're talking about anything this episode, so
period. We're just kind of freestyling it, but let's just get this out the way because this is my only time to blab about it, so I'm going to take advantage of it. If you haven't watched the episode, bitch, hurry up. Come on now. You're behind. So basically, Cassie, babe, what are we doing? Cassie. It's so down bad. It's so embarrassing. I get secondhand embarrassment just watching her.
Great.
It couldn't have. But, it's literally because of her daddy issues. Literally. And I'm not saying that to be a bitch, but, it's literally because, she hasn't had her dad around. And in the first season, Rue talks about how Cassie always falls in love with every boy that she's with, no matter if they're good or bad. And so, Cassie's down bad.
The whole meltdown scene that happened was so... Okay, that whole scene was hilarious.
It really was.
Because they were like, are you auditioning for Oklahoma? She was like, why is it a bad thing? And she's like...
Bitch,
because you're dressed like you're auditioning for Oklahoma. You're dressed like a southern bitch. So what is going on?
A country music singer.
But is that good or is it bad?
And even though the meltdown was riveting, it did make me kind of sad. It made me kind of sad. Not saying oh, poor Cassie, I feel bad for her. No, you're still a stupid bitch. You still are not making good decisions. However, I could see it eating at her in her eyes. I was like, damn, bitch, you really down bad. Not even the ways that you think. And I have a prediction for what's going to happen in the next one regarding Cassie, just based off of the trailer or the preview.
She going to lose her shit.
She what?
She going to lose her shit. That's what I feel.
Not only lose her shit, I feel like she's going to be so obsessed. She's going to be sick of becoming a secret. She's going to be so obsessed. And I feel like she's going to try and harm Maddie. Because I feel like she's going to find out that Nate went to go see Maddie instead of picking her up. But also, I feel like it's going to be a misunderstanding because she's going to think that he wants to get back with Maddie. But I think he only went back there just to get that damn DVD and not really get back together with Maddie. So
I really do, because he is very well known for trying to play people and finesse.
Blackmail, extortion, all that shit. That's his jam.
The backstory of his father, it was cute.
It was very cute, but
I don't feel
necessary?
any sympathy for any of his family members.
Never, I don't.
It was a great story. I was like,
it was very
look at the
cute.
romance.
It was so cute, but was it necessary? But then again, I think it was, because a lot of people didn't peep the mom when they were younger. Mm-hmm. She peeped them. She peeped them.
So she basically knows.
She knew. So I feel like she trapped that nigga. She trapped him, for sure. Don't know how. She probably poked a hole in the condom or whatever. She probably knew that he came from a good family. She probably knew she was probably going to get a good lifestyle out of him if they had a baby or a family together. So yeah, I feel like we're going to get a little bit more insight on Nate's mother. She could be, the cause of his dad doing whatever he does. They probably have a deal like, you know what? If you just give me a front of having a great family and, I get the head of PTA or whatever the fuck she wants, then you can go fuck little boys if you want, I
love Zendaya's entrance to the episode.
Fabulous number.
Because, as people know, I am a jazz nerd. So I was like, yeah.
That was such a good song choice. Mm-hmm. I love that
Everyone
song.
was still stuck on how she got the fucking Pop-Tarts into the toaster.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool as fuck.
I was like, this bitch got phenomenal aim.
No, for real. And if I ever find out that was improvised, bitch, kudos to you. Get another
I heard
Emmy.
that it was all, that whole part was just improvised, the whole dance thing.
Beautiful. I loved it.
So.
The scene with her and Gia.
Sorry, y'all. I'm listening. I have never
Chris,
seen.
you watched the show?
We asked you to watch.
I've seen 2 episodes. Hold on. Because I had to catch up on the whole...
First season?
No.
Marvel Universe?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we do have him
what
watching
are your
a lot
updates
of
on
stuff.
That? I watched one more movie, and that's about it. And that was...
You said you watched Iron Man.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, how'd you like that?
It was cool.
Do you have your favorite one of the team?
Mm-mm.
Who's your favorite?
Strangely enough, even though he would get on my nerves, I like Rocket.
I knew you were going to say Rocket. Mine is, weirdly enough, it's Mantis. I don't know. She's adorable to me.
Oh, yeah, she's fun.
She's adorable.
And then...
Mantis and Gamora are my jam.
Drax is...
He gets on my fucking nerves. He's just dumb.
I'm like...
How can someone be so big and dumb?
Like, he takes everything so literally. He does not understand.
I'm sorry if I yelled. My apologies. But yeah, back to Euphoria. I hate the way she treated her little sister. But then again, I've been around so many addicts, like, that's the shit that they be doing.
She was gaslighting her ass.
Gaslighting the fuck
and the way
out
that
of
she,
her.
The way that she finessed the whole situation.
Finessed it, try to make it seem like it's just weed.
Directional thing. Oh, he was looking at his mic thing because it was...
Is it me?
No.
Hold up. Say something.
Something.
Who the one? Oh no, titty flakes.
You can't hear me because mine is muted. That's why you can't hear me. Okay. But wait.
Can you hear me though?
Push it.
Push what?
Push it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, I just been talking. Y'all can't hear me.
Oh, no. We're good. Hold on. Pause. Are we good? Yeah, we're good.
Technical difficulties. Sorry about
we had
that.
So I wasn't tripping. I'm like...
Yeah, there was a hiccup.
Yeah, she's fucked up for doing that to Gia. That whole Ali scene, I want to karate chop her in the fucking throat. Because how dare you? What else about that episode?
The whole with Lexi and the little reality.
Love
kind
that.
of
She makes me
that
love
was so
her
cute.
more and more.
Yeah, that was cute. I
It
liked
was adorable. But I just wonder how that goes literally on set. Like, that's a set on top of a set. I think that's funny.
And I think they actually used the crew for that.
For sure. You know they did. But yeah, I just feel like this next episode is just going to show how far Rue is gonna go with her addiction as far as, what is it?
Do you think Elliot, Rue, and Jules are going to become a throuple?
It could it's 50-50 for me. They're either going to be a throuple or Jules and Elliot are going to be like, Rue, you've been too busy being an addict. We kind of like each other. So you can either join this party or we're just going to be a thing. Or I feel like Elliot, I don't know why I have this inkling that Elliot is a messy bitch. And I feel like he's going to be stirring the pot in so many other ways because he's also a fucking addict. And we don't know him that well. We were only 3 episodes deep with this man, so...
Okay, let's pause really quick because I'm looking at Chris's face. Starting now. We're back.
And we are back.
Yeah, a little trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Wiring. So what do you want to talk about, Chris?
Triggers. Woo!
Triggers?
Yes.
Like personal triggers?
Personal triggers, outwardly triggers, trigger fingers, all that.
Okay. Start it off. What triggers you? Just start with one thing. First thing that pops in your mind.
Stress.
Stress triggers you. I think that's like every human being on the planet. Anything specific?
He's like, normal life is triggering.
It really is. Though.
Honestly. But, speaking from a relationship standpoint, it's not personally been me, but I've seen one of my close friends go through certain things that said person is trying to not say any names.
Do you want to give them names? Let's call her Chelsea.
Okay, certain things that Chelsea is going through from a past relationship is starting to trickle over to
a new relationship.
Not per se a relationship, but somebody she's trying to talk to now.
A possible relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know I don't want to say advice to give her. I can't say. I went through something personally like this, but I can't say what my experience is going to be the same thing as her, so I can't give her the advice that I got or to give because she's a heterosexual woman, 1.
Relax.
That's 1. 2, it's a whole different thing. Her situation goes like this. Talking to a dude, and all of a sudden, dude's like, oh, I like you, this, that, and the third. Then turns around, oh, I'm finna get back with my girlfriend. You were just here to pass time.
Block.
Oh, if I put you and her side by side, she's better.
And that nigga would be blocked. Next caller.
Okay. This is the reason why Megan Thee Stallion is always preaching.
Literally.
Treat these niggas how they treat you.
You, period.
Because
who has time for that?
Enter not relationships, but situations with niggas as if they are intended to be just a side nigga until he potentially proves himself, you won't be disappointed.
Ever.
That
it makes
true.
life so much easier. And that's coming from another heterosexual woman who has gone through the same thing.
Same.
Shut up.
Same. Did you say same?
You said sin.
Oh, I'm like. But tying that into triggers, it's bleeding on to this current situation that she's going through now. Hell, now I'm finna tie it back to myself. So,
That's okay.
rewind. About how many years ago was this? Was that situation that I was in? 3 or 4 years ago, I was in this type of stupid situation, dumbass situation, that whatever.
Let's talk about it.
So I get roped in to thinking that said person likes me, and here I am, not being a G, not keeping it P, y'all.
Bye.
And I get feelings involved, and then all of a sudden I get told...
Fix your face, bro.
What?
I already muted the email.
I did it just so I knew it was going to annoy him. It was just for like... Anyway, I get feelings involved just to be told, oh no, I don't like you like that. And then you turn around and have a whole relationship.
Welcome to being a homosexual man existing in St. Louis, Missouri.
So you turn around and have a whole... Fuck it. Take these damn headphones off. You turn around and have a whole relationship after you straight told me, no, Chris, I'm not ready for a relationship. No, I don't want to be with nobody.
I have a question.
This was just...
Was the relationship with the opposite sex?
No, he was a nigga.
Okay.
He was a nigga.
No, I'm just saying, like, did he...
Oh, no. He got with Instagram
dude.
celebrity.
Who is also a male.
Which is also a male.
Okay.
Almost
I was
OnlyFans.
thinking...
No.
He carries himself like one of the OnlyFans gays.
Now, go. Sorry.
But I got told that, oh, you're good enough to XYZ with, if y'all know what XYZ is.
Oh, I had the same situation because the dude who I was talking to ended up in a relationship with a lesbian.
Oh, you're
How'd that
talking
work?
She's not a
about...
lesbian, but we call her a lesbian because she looks like a stud.
I'm fucking dead. That's funny.
So, I guess one of my triggers, tying that back to my little topic, is I don't know whether to trust people when they say, oh, I like you, Chris. That whole I like you triggering, because I don't believe it, because when people say they like me, they always end up disappearing and going to somebody else.
Yeah.
Literally.
I feel like
every
that's how people
time.
feel regardless of their sexuality. Just people just don't know how to be upfront and honest with what their intentions are.
Yeah, people...
Like, if y'all just say what it is in the beginning, I promise you it'll make your life so much easier. And even if you do set up your intentions of what you would like to do with this person and they still choose to play with you, then you need to just cut cold turkey and just leave them the fuck alone.
We live in a world or in an age within a generation of people who are very afraid of commitment and connection and intimacy and authenticity.
Yep.
So everybody is fronting, everybody is lying, but also people have very high expectations because of what social media says. Tying back to the last episode,
Goodness.
People have, you know, how on social media you see, I can't date anyone who does not instantly click with me and talk to me like they knew me their entire life. We have to have a connection.
Not realistic.
It has to be love at first sight. All of that shit.
Not realistic.
We live within a generation of people who think like that.
Yeah. It's everywhere. And it's literally, I feel like it definitely stems from social media. Like, people look at that as like a guidebook on relationships one-on-one. Basically, looking at other people go through their shit and be like, yep, that's how it's supposed to be. No.
Right, that ain't
because
how it
people
works.
assume or expect relationships to work like how they work in the movies.
Yep. Or
where they
TV
meet someone and
shows.
there's instantly like, I saw you and now we are in love.
Yeah.
Like, no, I have to get to know you. I have to
Relationships
figure you
are
out.
work.
And then a lot of people think that sex is supposed to instantly just be like the determining thing that makes me want to be with you. Like, just because we fuck does not mean that I
Hell no.
want to be with you.
Be with
like,
you.
You know.
Like, fully commit to you.
I said this to the guy who I talked to, and we were both agreeing on this. It's like, why would sex does not drive me to want to be with anybody because if I'm being honest, I can please myself better than anybody else can.
Period. Exactly.
So, what else are you offering?
Ooh, I feel like that's another problem. I feel like a lot of people aren't masturbating as much as they should. And I feel like a lot of people don't think it's important, but it really is.
Because
it
a lot of
saves you
people feel shame.
Yeah. What? How else are you supposed to learn?
That...
Am I weird for... Because I had a...
What the hell you saying?
Headphones. Am I weird for having a conversation with my younger brother about masturbation?
No.
He's 18.
You're supposed to.
He's about to be 19 on the 2nd of February. But,
oh my God, that man is getting old.
I was talking to him about, you know, Because he always has to have a girl around so he can have sex. And I'm like...
So, then wait, a pause. Because isn't he... Don't want to put nobody's business.
Be careful with your words.
Off air. Go ahead.
Okay, so he always has to have a girl to be able to have sex, have a rotation or whatever.
Right.
That's fine, having a rotation, but he also feels shame in masturbating. He's like, because I was like, how about you just not have, because, we were in quarantine.
Right.
And he was like, I just need a girlfriend because I ain't had none in a long time. And I'm like,
sir.
I'm
my gosh.
Don't you use your hand?
Right.
He was like, no, I don't use my hand. What the fuck do you think I'm
what did you do before you started sticking a little pee-pee in everybody? I'm confused. What were you doing?
Like, dude, there's nothing wrong with masturbating.
It's completely healthy, and apparently, don't quote me on this, I'm not a fucking scientist, but apparently you live longer if you masturbate at least twice a week.
Yeah, but he feels shame at it.
I hate that.
And I noticed that a lot of people who are like younger, born after 2000, are like that.
You're not wow.
You know what?
That's a fact.
That makes a lot of sense.
They feel so much shame, and they feel like it's like so embarrassing to.
When we grew up,
it was eating pussy.
It wasn't even that. I'm just saying, like, as far as masturbation goes, like, because I had two brothers, and before they got so much access to porn and to girls, like, them niggas was masturbating. Like, if the door is locked, we were known to leave him alone. Let him learn himself. And I don't feel like there should be any shame in that. Whenever I pop out some fucking offspring, I'm going to be very upfront with them about that shit.
Not from pop the beginning. Out some offspring.
Yeah. Pop them out.
Okay. But I just don't understand what it is or who made it a thing. Because, like you said, with our generation, the thing that was seen as weird...
Was eating vagina?
Yeah, was actually eating pussy. But then now it's just like weed.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. Growing up, as weird as it sounds, whenever...
Eating pussy and sucking dick, like giving people head was something seen as
so taboo.
So tacky.
But you know what's crazy is we got older and we all tried it. And then now it's just something that we just like, oh, you don't give
But
head.
is it just me, though? Because I feel like the kids that I grew up around, whenever eating pussy was on the table, like a topic, it doesn't make sense, but I
pussy
always get
the
reaction.
That's what I was thinking in my head. Pussy on the table.
I always get the reaction, oh, this shit gay. Huh?
How?
That's quite literally the opposite.
Hold on, and that's stemming off what the fuck we talked about in the car. And what did we talk about in the car? Wait a minute.
Was it when I mentioned that niggas don't know?
Niggas don't know where a clit is.
Oh, yeah.
I went completely blank, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Let me go back real quick.
Go for it.
Okay, so, like I said, when we got older, we started celebrating and actually, like, giving head as a requirement.
Yeah.
To the point. Do you remember what niggas did when they found out that DJ Khaled said that he doesn't give women head?
How'd they react? They were like, oh,
they was like, this nigga has lost his goddamn mind.
What the fuck?
Blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They was...
Didn't Nicki Minaj mention that with her one song?
Yeah.
Barbie Dreams. So funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, to conclude that topic, masturbation is completely normal and healthy. Please do it, especially if you are single and you don't want to link up with that one nigga or that one bitch who you shouldn't be linking up with, or probably throw off your pH to everybody. Masturbate. I promise you will feel 10 times so better afterwards, and you'll probably be like, I don't even want to be around them.
Thank you.
Also, it is fine to masturbate with your partner.
See, yeah, not a lot of people are that comfortable.
The niggas are uncomfortable with women using toys.
Oh, that's a whole different topic. Some men are so threatened by some women's toys, especially when the Rose came out. Goodness.
You're threatened by a toy?
I am going to go out there, like, I'm going to tell a story of one of my friends. Yeah, so one of my friends, she said back in the day when she was dating this dude, she had bought a new dildo, right?
Okay.
And she had put it under her pillow, because that's when she used it. She just put it under the pillow. The dude came over, they did the deed, and then he found it and got upset, like going off, cussing her out.
Use it.
Was really threatened, like, you really need
stick it
this?
in your ass.
I'm just kidding. Right. First of all, I was watching this other podcast and they were talking about sex toys. This girl said, It's not your competition. It's literally your teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Toys are your teammate. Do you understand?
Was it horrible decisions?
No, it wasn't.
That's
that
what it
one.
sounds
I just
like, don't it?
discovered
I
that
feel
one
like they said
today.
that.
Yeah.
No, it was the
was it
podcast
the read?
violating community guidelines.
Okay, because I was like, I know one of them mentioned something like that, the read or horrible decision.
But y'all, especially to the men out there, dildos, vibrators,
Sex toys are not a threat.
Sex toys are not a threat. I promise you.
You can actually use them in sex.
No, you can, and I guarantee it. Your woman or whoever it is you're pleasing is gonna appreciate it because you're taking it to the next level of pleasuring them, not just missionary back shots, doggy style, and then you're done. Like
they have like
I'm
different. Nigga, I'm gay, and I know
More.
the woman's body to the point where I know that it makes sex better for them when you're stimulating multiple parts
at the same time. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But some hetero men do not know that.
or care.
They don't care.
We
They
just
just care
once
about
they
themselves.
get their nut,
they just
We
They're
just sad.
gone.
That is why I always say I feel so bad for straight women because
Yeah.
they're the only ones who seem to get the butt end of the stick when it comes to.
Yeah, there was a literal TikTok of this girl
pleasure.
who was a lesbian
Yeah.
who did a I think it was a survey seeing which sexuality orgasms the most, and heterosexual women are the bottom.
oh, that's
There are
sad.
women who go 50, 60, 70 years
without
and not
having an orgasm. That is
Hold up.
terrible.
Pump the brakes. Stop
But
the
you
music.
know who
early.
does have the most orgasm? Gay men.
Facts.
Homosexual men have the most orgasms.
Oh, homosexual women too.
Yeah. Gays and lesbians.
Because
Do better. Because, bitch, no.
so hold on. There are people out here that go through whole
Their whole
ass
lives.
marriages,
Yeah.
male and woman. Because he ain't getting
The man, he's getting his orgasm because that's the thing.
How-
Yeah.
you year-long marriages without getting not a single nut from your partner
Divorce.
at all.
Instantly.
Electric chair. in the
Jail.
words of Kaya, electric chair.
And
I could never. And you know what? I did for a while. Like, all my previous relationships.
I'm sorry, I'm not straight, y'all.
All my previous relationships was very one-sided when it came to sex, and it was very frustrating. So that's why I wasn't shit for a lot of them, because, bitch, I was going to get mines regardless. Call me
Period.
a shit. I really don't care. I've grown, and I found Jesus. But I haven't. Yeah, so I always encourage anyone who's in a heterosexual relationship, especially towards the men, because women, we already know what's up. But to the men, again, don't be threatened. They're your friends, and I promise you, you'll be getting more butt.
not more, but
You will. Isn't that what they say? Gotta get the butt. It's so dumb.
Get that ass.
And that's it. Get that ass, get that
Voice
butt.
cracking
Get
for
some
me, bitch.
pussy.
All right, enough. I just got physically uncomfortable.
Some cooch.
Oh man!
no.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, y'all ready for my deep ass topic?
Hold on, no, because I wanted to. Hold on.
Oh.
Just one more thing. I just want to talk about my own growth from the first episode. Of
Is this ASMR now? What's
Yes,
going
you
on?
already know.
He's the only one with headphones in, so he knows what he
Okay,
sounds like.
okay.
From my first episode of doing ever a podcast
Did you listen to
ever
the first one he was on?
I believe so.
till now, child growth. Oh, the growth.
Because he was like,
Growth.
I was so
It wasn't much input.
none,
You were doing most
nothing.
of the talking.
Yes, he was. Yes, I look back and say that now because
because I was
I was a
asking questions.
nervous wreck. I
Yep.
was sitting there like,
See? like, okay,
Literally.
can we?
I would be sitting there like I was so nervous. I was like, one, I don't like to hear myself talk. I'm like, ew.
I don't like to hear myself talk.
People
That's
are
why I
going
don't
to
listen to
hear
the
my
podcast.
Voice. I hate
don't
hearing
listen
my
to it?
voice.
No.
I listen to
feel
it all the
like
time.
I
I
sound
edit it.
like a 50-year-old man who smokes 3 packs a day.
Oh, no. I don't. I feel like I sound really nasally when I talk.
Oh no, y'all both sound great.
I appreciate that. Thank
Like,
you.
y'all
But
both sound
I still
great.
think
Me,
I sound
on
like
the
a
other
old
hand-
man.
No,
Anyways.
it's not a lie. Me on the other hand, I be every time I hear myself talk, it's like
That's literally
But,
why I delete half my TikToks that I make
I'm
because of my voice.
very comfortable now, comparative to the first episode, and I just want to pat myself on the back. You know,
Yeah, because it
You
was
know what? I'm
like.
gonna air pat you, bitch, because you
Because
deserve it.
what it was just very short answers. I would try to spark a regular conversation like how we normally talk. And he was just,
Yeah, I was. You could tell I was when we were being watched by everybody in that room in the library.
Yeah,
they walking about like this.
Right. And then when he actually started talking, he was like, yes, beep, whoop, pop. Like talking
Mr.
like a
Robotic.
full-on robot.
That was definitely me. I was a nervous wreck. I was so anxious back then.
Because he was that episode, he was like, hello, self. And it was, what was he talking about?
God.
That poem that he did. I was like, okay.
It's okay.
He was like, hello, my name is Christopher.
That's what we're celebrating. It's the growth.
No, because what's crazy about that poem, I was sitting at home in my basement. Why was I so nervous to read that aloud like that?
Because you
do
knew people
not
were
know.
gonna listen.
That's probably
No,
it.
what he used to do is he watched Family Guy and watched that
Shut the fuck
the
up.
news anchor lady
Shut the fuck
talk.
up. No.
And then that's when he was like, let me talk just like that.
What's her name? The
I don't
Asian
know.
lady?
Yeah, the Asian lady. That's how he talked.
Oh, man.
That was definitely
That
how I
is
was talking, but I'm
funny.
just so happy I grew out of that and got a lot more comfortable. Because, child, if I was still talking like that, kicking me off, please and thank you. Because what the fuck is that?
We would literally force you to even just say 2
Oh
words.
my God! But that was that. You know what? I just had to put that out there. I'm proud of myself. But go ahead. What's your deep talk? Come on.
Deep
We're waiting.
topic.
Why are you trying to peek? Get back. So last week when we went out to Din Din,
Din din.
we talked about our creative resume,
Oh, yeah.
and we also
Chris, fix your
the reason
face.
why I wrote this down.
I feel attacked. Here we go.
Feel
Let's
you.
The
go.
reason
Fix
why I
your
wrote this
face.
down was because was this yesterday or today when you had text in the group
It was
that you
yesterday.
wanted to have
Photo shoots.
Photo shoots, and he was like, "Well, I don't have the experience."
And I'm like, babe, we can literally create the experience.
In my head, what I was thinking, I didn't say it, but I was because he was like, "I don't have the experience to be able to do what you want me to do." But I'm like, how are you going to get the experience if you're not trying to get the experience?
Hello,
And
sir. Y'all, we're just trying to get him to break out of his shell. That's all.
and then he
It's
was like,
happening slowly.
he was like, "I can't come up with ideas," and I was like,
Babe, you literally have 2 other brains that can help you,
You
come
are-
up with ideas.
You can literally pull a random idea out of your
Out of your
ass
ass.
right now. I want to do a photo shoot inspired by these sriracha packs.
Now that I was looking at the sriracha packs too, like,
And
You can literally make a
do
whole photo shoot based off of sriracha. Like dead
ironing
ass.
board. I want to do a photo shoot with an ironing board.
Bitch, I want to do a photo shoot with a sock. Like, come on now. You can do whatever.
But I want to make it fashion. Like, I'm like, you can pull creative ideas right out your ass.
And people do that every day.
That's really what
All the
all
time.
the shit that
That's
we
literally
see
what
is.
being creative is. It's literally pulling shit out of your ass and see if it works or not.
so I guess that was just me overthinking.
It was, and that's okay.
But we were talking about the creative resume because we were like, we want things that our names are attached to always be the best that we can have them to be. So, your input.
I have a question for Chris. I want to know what discouraged you so much. Like, what is it that stops you from doing it? Like, are you afraid of reaction? Are you afraid of failure? Are you just, you want to do it, but you feel like it's not going to get enough attention or any attention at all? Like, what is it?
Ooh, damn.
Take your time with
that's
this answer.
a good question. Ooh, this can get
And
real.
you're overthinking it right now.
Yeah.
Just say the first thing that pops in your brain. Like, give you a prime example. Let's say that, someone reached out to you to do a photo shoot.
I got it.
Okay.
So I am thinking, no, I shouldn't be thinking, but it's stemming from like a childhood thing.
Okay.
And me doing something, trying, and then somebody always telling me, oh, that's not right. Or, oh,
But what were those things that you were trying? Like, was it something that you were
Like a
creating,
random thing you
or
wanted to
just
do?
them asking you to do something for them?
Oh no, this was like a random thing that like something that I was doing when I was younger. Like this isn't my first go around like behind the camera.
What the fuck is that?
Who in the hell?
Oh hell no! What the fuck?
Who is it?
We love it here.
Who is it? Who? Bitch, if you don't get the fuck away from my door.
Oh my gosh! I think a crackhead came up to her door. Is it a junkie? Who is that?
I don't fucking know. I'm getting my fucking gun. I'm not playing.
Oh my gosh! Somebody gonna get shot live on the Outcast Podcast.
On the she said, "Oh hell no!"
She told me, I don't know who the fuck that is. I'm gonna get my motherfucking strap beat. We are.
Y'all think I'm bullshit. I don't know who the fuck is at my door.
Oh my gosh! Should we pause? Let's pause. We need to hold on.
So yeah, it's
We're gonna have to wait for Ray to come back so she can tell this story because.
Cause wait a minute, cause that was scary, but like sis got
sorry,
gangster
y'all.
real quick.
Please tell what happened.
Please.
Bitch, someone just started knocking on my fucking door. And I'm yelling. I'm pretty sure y'all heard me.
They did.
I'm saying, who the fuck is it? She says a name I don't recognize. So I get my thing. And this bitch is in a tan overall thing with a black hoodie. It's a Caucasian lady. Talking about, oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong door. Bitch, obviously.
Oh, you
Why
know
are
what
you
that made
knocking
me
on the
think
door
of?
and I'm saying, who the fuck is this? That doesn't sound like somebody who's expecting
Have you ever seen The Visitors?
Uh-uh.
Hold
I don't
on.
fuck with scary movies, so I wouldn't know nothing
The
about
House
that.
Invader bitches who had came with the mask
hell
on.
no.
Oh, bitch, no. I don't
And
fuck with that.
when it was some white girl, she came and knocked on the door. She was like, "Is Sarah home?" And they were like,
Cause all people
Sarah.
were hearing.
Sarah doesn't live here. Sorry." And they're just like, "Okay, I'm sorry. I'll leave." And she left, and she'll come back probably like 10 minutes later, knock on the door. Is Sarah home? And they're like, Sarah.
Bitch, Sarah doesn't exist.
And then you'll see in the background of the person who answered the door that there's some man standing behind her with a mask on.
hell no.
And then there's like a whole home invasion thing. They're trying to kill them. You have to watch The Visitors.
Okay, is that more like a thriller than
It's
a
a thriller.
horror? Okay, then I would definitely
Yeah,
watch
there's
that.
two of them.
Y'all, I got hot. I just got hella irritated. I don't fuck with strangers. I'm sorry, especially if you rolling up on my shit, bro.
Yeah, like
Stop.
hella word to that
Bitch, I
door.
never
She had the little light thingy thing on her gun.
I don't give that was my nigga's gun, okay? That wasn't even mine. I couldn't even grab mine
She's
because his
like,
was
I can't
already
find-
out and about. I had to go in the damn case to get mine. I ain't got time for all that. Whew, I'm hot, y'all. I'm hot because I don't like that. And it's different because
I
I
don't
know
like
my
that.
neighbors are white girls, but I've seen all their friends. I know everybody who they hang out with. I know everybody who comes into their house. I ain't never seen that bitch before. She looked like a damn crackhead.
Oh no!
I was like, is it a junkie? That's
She
what I was-
looks like one. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong door. Bitch,
You wasn't finna have a life.
You gonna
you
also
wasn't gonna have a life.
What?
Like, and I would definitely sneak y'all out the front. I'm not gonna have my friends as accessories, okay?
I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. What?
I would have been
Ooh.
asleep.
I would have been playing so dumb. you know I'm really good at playing stupid.
Do I blaspheme?
I would have started speaking French because Rebecca had me fucked up to the point where I'm fluent.
Here you go.
So
Rebecca, if you're out there listening, I'm so sorry, babe. I'm sorry.
she's lost in the dust. She has disappeared from the charts because I have thrown
And if
her
you don't know
into
who
oblivion.
Rebecca is, it's literally a random user on Duolingo that he was in a competition with. And,
Trying to get the #1 spot.
I'm pretty sure she has no idea what the fuck
And
was
she
going
also
on.
is nowhere to be found. So
Here
Y'all, she
we
was
go.
learning how to speak English. She don't know what's going on. Oh man! Oh my God, that's gonna be so interesting to tell my boyfriend.
you want to talk
later.
about things that stop me from doing?
Yeah,
stuff?
first of all,
Yeah, probably
things
like-
stop you. Mm-hmm. Really?
I
You're
have
like
very
the
rare.
most
For-
forward friend, creative wise
I
and
am-
personality wise.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person where I want to know how to do everything myself because I'm very, very nitpicky. And even if I am having someone else to do it for me, I always want to know how to fix problems. Because if I don't like something, I want to be able to fix it myself instead of having to ask you so many questions.
Oh, that's me. Hold on.
I think the white bitch is next door now.
Okay, anyway.
Now we got quiet with it.
No, because we ain't had no problems until now. No, dead ass. I'm not fucking playing. I got a lot of pent up anger, bitch. I'm ready. But anyway, continue.
Shit. But yeah, like, I want to know how to do things myself. And I'm very, very nitpicky about stuff. So that does stop me from getting
You probably
done.
overthink a lot of stuff, too. Especially when it comes to your creative projects.
The thing is, when I'm in the process of creating it, yeah. But when I'm releasing it or putting it out, then I'm just like, okay. Because I'm like, get it out of my sight before.
That's what you need to do.
I'm like, get it out of my sight before I start to overanalyze. So that's how I am about.
Would you
stuff
consider yourself a
creatively.
perfectionist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm real.
100%.
What stops you though?
What stops me? I literally, I cringe at myself all the time, and that's what stops
Oh, and
me.
homophobia.
Huh?
That's another thing that stops me. Homophobia.
Oh yeah, 100%. Duh.
Homophobic DL people.
Ooh, that was oddly specific.
No,
Ooh.
hella specific,
Wow.
but not surprising. Yeah, I feel like me and Chris are kind of in the same boat when it comes to being discouraged with releasing any type of creative projects. Like, it's 2022 now, so back in like 2017, 2018, I was all for it. I was just accepting any kind of, photo shoot that was offered to me. I was just doing it regardless of, whether I really liked the end result or anything. I was just happy to like be doing something like that since I never really got a chance to when I wanted to as a younger child. But now, I don't know what happened. Like, there's just this switch. Like, I literally deleted half of my TikTok videos because I rewatched all of them and I was like, ew, to all of them. I was like, mm-mm. And I think it's because of the lack of engagement and interaction. I just feel like it's no point in doing that if I'm not getting the interaction. And I know that's not the purpose of it.
Because the last episode we had, we did talk about not giving a fuck about.
I know. But when it comes to me,
Not mine.
when it comes to me, I'm back and forth. I don't know. Some days I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. I'm just going to post it because I post it because I want to. And then I'm just like, bitch, what are you doing?
No, because you're real life funny as hell.
Oh, thank
Funny as hell. So I feel like
That's why I make my
hilarious.
TikTok name Nobody Cares Ray, because that's my main thing is that I'm like, nobody gives a fuck about what I gotta say. Nobody gives a fuck of what.
But you gonna hear it beat.
Yeah, but I'm trying to lean
Period.
more into that. And now I feel like since I got to this age of 26, I don't know. Yeah.
She's a baby.
I know. I am baby. But you're also you are the baby out of this bunch.
I'm old. What you talking about?
I don't know how to do this.
Oh, just push it back into the ball.
I mean, I thought I was doing that.
Doing adjustment.
Hello.
Did it do a little better? Push. Yeah, that pops up because it means. There we go.
Go ahead.
Pops up.
What was I saying? Don't remember.
Oh, wow.
So basically what stops me is that I just cringe at myself and I always try to picture someone on the outside of my body looking at my content and being like, what the fuck?
But the thing is, we overanalyze ourselves. Other people don't really overanalyze the
I
stuff that we
know,
do.
because when I'm watching and engaging in content, I don't overanalyze anything that I watch. I just watch it. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Why can't I do that
Yeah,
for
no
me?
one else is actually sitting there like nitpicking the things that you do.
Like, this bitch, her lisp, too much. This bitch, her teeth, Her eyelashes, not long enough,
What?
I don't know, I just pulled that out of my ass. I don't know. Who says that? But yeah, I am trying though. I am appreciative that it is January, the beginning of the year, and I have plenty of time to grow myself.
Hold on. Sorry.
Oh, keep talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all I got as far as creative projects. So, I did say I was gonna start YouTube back up again because I did do that for a little minute. I have not uploaded a video in 4 years, but It's still there.
It's fine. It's been more than 4 for me. So
It's been 4 years. I think the last thing I vlogged was me going to Chicago. And I think that was like my first solo trip I had in a while. So.
Wow, just to think about, I've never taken a solo trip ever. Ever.
When I was having a breakdown.
What'd you just say?
I have when I was having a breakdown. Where did I go?
That's literally the only reason why I took solo trips was when I was having a breakdown.
Because I booked that flight at the last minute to the point where the ticket was like $1,000 some, and I didn't take the flight. I just decided to drive because I was ready to get out. I was like,
okay. Oh yeah, I think I seen that on your story one time. Mm-hmm. Did you go to Tennessee? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have never.
I think you should. It was I encourage everybody to at least take one solo trip, and I promise you, you will have a different perspective on life and yourself. Really though. To not have to be on anyone else's schedule but yours. You don't have to compromise on where you want to eat, your activities. You can do everything you want to do when you want to do it. And that's like the best thing ever.
You know, I've never thought of it like that. I've always been too...
Paranoid?
Not paranoid. I'm not worried about it. I know ain't nothing going to happen to me because I got them dogs.
Period.
But I don't know. I've been scared to be alone. Like, I guess I overthought, I just have to go out of town with somebody. I just have to go here with somebody. I have a fear, not a fear, not as much of a fear now, but I used to be.
Do you think you would be like, I don't want to be alone with my thoughts?
And that's where it is.
Yeah.
I think that's what
having
would get to me is having
to distract you from that. Yeah.
Because if I sit alone too long, I start thinking, and when I start thinking, my thoughts turn to more thoughts. If it's turned to more thoughts, it's turned to a dark place, and I do not want to be in a dark place like that.
But it doesn't have to be a dark place.
But it always ends up turning into a dark place. I know it shouldn't, but it does.
And
especially when I'm alone.
You know what you just told us? A plethora of creative ideas of things that you can create, that you can use.
Yep.
That's literally all of my entire career has been me putting all of my trauma onto paper.
Yep. Talking about it. And I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people out on this fucking planet who can heavily relate to you, even though you might think they don't.
That's a problem as well.
And they will.
Yeah, people are gonna relate.
I feel like if you take a solo trip, you're gonna realize, oh, this is exactly what I needed. Because I feel like if you're stuck in the same environment for so long, even if you are, have your own alone time, aside with being with your friends, it may feel like, I'm alone, like I'm cool, like I'm okay alone. You're not, because you're still in the same environment, you're still around the same things you see every day, you're still around the same people, you're hearing the same things. Like, you just need to go. Even if it's a turnaround trip for a day, you have no idea how much that can do for your mental health and just for your perspective, really.
To me, being an artist and creating things is a form of therapy. Mm-hmm. And the things that you create are basically things that you are releasing from your psyche. I did not know that you can do that.
I didn't either.
What do you do?
He was turning up and down the volume by adjusting his...
That's
Can I do that? No, I can't do that. I think that's only you.
Exclusivity.
It's all right. It's okay.
But yeah, creating things is a form of therapy. So you're basically just releasing everything that is stressing you out onto whatever you're doing.
And it can turn into magic, literally.
Like, that's the reason why a lot of artists have errors where in the beginning all their shit is hella sad. And the next thing you know it's about...
AKA The Weeknd.
Right.
That's the first person I thought of. Because that's why so many people think his music is ass now, because he's not on coke all the time. He's not strung out on drugs and fucking multiple women. Like, yeah. And that, what was the album before this one? He had kind of like the 80s look. He had that porn stash going on.
And when his face was beat up?
Yeah. A lot of... I read an article saying, like, it was basically... I didn't listen to the whole album, but I will. Some article was saying basically the album is about him releasing himself from drugs. It's a whole different version of himself, that he's not depending on drugs to make good music or anything like that. And he's the first person that I thought of when it came to, creative releases.
Yeah, I'm still Still not really a fan of the project that he just released.
I haven't listened to it. Get down! Get your ass down.
She startled me.
Sorry.
There we go.
What?
Oh no, I was adjusting something.
Okay. Can you hear me?
For some reason, it turns off the delay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Girl. Anyway, child. Okay. Where was we just at? Go ahead, continue. You wasn't a fan of
the last
project.
project.
His project. Yeah.
I didn't listen to it at all yet.
I still just like Out of Time.
I think everybody says that's the one song that they like.
So, with things that stop you, what about
intervention?
We also talked to you about. Well, I talked to you privately about the way that you navigate the podcast. I was like, you kind of move as if you are
an employee
and
not a boss.
Not the boss of the podcast. And I was like, why?
I don't think that's intentional. I don't think, like...
Are you used to, like, stepping aside and letting someone take over? Yeah.
But I was
I'm... When a person
and that's how we had the conversation. That's how the conversation started the last time.
Mm-hmm.
When I feel like a person has more...
experience
and something that I am not really knowledgeable about, of course I'm gonna be like,
no, I'm
you
the exact same
know
way.
what's best, because I'm fairly new at this. I mean,
I'm new at podcasting as well. This is my first podcast ever.
This is my first podcast.
I'm good at branding.
I've never been doing this in my life. I watch them, I listen to them, but never been on one.
I'm good at branding and setting up your image and developing a personality, like a media personality. But
right.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know. It's just all so new, and I'm just so like old. Not old like literal old, but like my state. I'm like,
this is the new thing to be doing with media.
Yeah,
I will agree
absolutely.
with you on that. Because, you know, like we always say, back in our day, they were fucking decrepit. YouTube, babe. YouTube was our introduction to broadcasting and branding ourselves to the world on the internet. Now that YouTube is its own market itself, people kind of lean into
YouTube is way more pressure than podcasting, though.
Hell yeah.
Because YouTube, you have to be
perfect, damn near.
You have to worry about how you look as well. Like, you just know...
Not only are people listening to you, but people are watching you.
And seeing your face.
And how you interact.
And your mannerisms.
You can say one wrong thing, and all
Canceled.
your fucking analytics will go to shit. Like, you have to be very, very cautious. And it's crazy, because when the YouTube first came out, you didn't have to do that. But then again, it was like that with any other platform, like Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. There's a lot of
You have to be very commercial.
Yeah.
But what's crazy, what I love, though, is with podcasting, this is the only place where you don't have to be commercial. We can talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
And I think that's why people are more getting into it, because I feel like a lot of people are
And that's the reason why a lot of people
censored.
gravitated towards, the people who were YouTubers.
Yeah, going to podcasts.
Have gravitated
because you have to
towards
worry about not being, you have to worry about being demonetized a lot.
Family friendly.
Do you notice?
Go.
Well, I noticed rather when I hopped on this here podcast, it just seemed like since then everybody, and I mean everybody's doing a podcast now. We spoke about this at first when we first started. He was like,
they claim it to be a millennial thing.
I feel like it is.
I feel like it is too.
He was like,
but
when
YouTube
we
was
first
a
started, he
millennial
was
thing.
like,
We were just kids then.
he was like, I feel like this is going to be like a new wave. You said this, like I feel like podcast is going to be the new biggest thing. Let's hop on this. Let's hop on this now before
all of these random bitches
anybody. And I'd be damned if he wasn't telling the truth.
He is telling the truth.
As soon
100%.
as we started this, boom, podcast.
I would like to add on to that. We need more podcasts that are, what's the word I'm trying to say? Not really
Black.
A word. Definitely more black podcasts for sure, but less Let me just go about just saying what I want to say. We need to remove microphones and podcasts from a bunch of stupid misogynistic men that really think that they're doing something just because they're talking. Brittany Renner on Academics podcast, talking to Fresh and Fit. Yeah. I loved her. That was great.
I didn't watch or listen.
I watched the entire podcast. I
just listened to that.
Yeah, everybody just listened to that snippet, but I watched the entire thing, and that snippet was great. But I will admit the whole podcast was interesting, and it did have some good points. I'm not saying Fresh and Fit are very smart and they know what the fuck they're talking about, but unfortunately there was some kind of truth in what they were saying, but 98% of the other shit they were saying was literal bullshit. But as far as the world is, as far as society is, and as far as how media is shaping everybody, they did make some valid points on how men are perceiving women in relationships and that kind of stuff like that. But that doesn't mean you gotta live by it. That doesn't mean you gotta listen to them because they're not fucking right.
Stop giving idiots
advice.
Microphones.
Yeah, stop giving them mics.
Just like that nigga who had interviewed Ari Lennox was asking her if you were getting, talking about, are you getting fucked good? She was like,
God.
What?
I didn't even see that.
That's exactly how she responded. She was like, what?
On an interview?
Yeah, on an interview.
Oh my God.
A podcast. Yeah.
I never saw that.
And she was like,
that's so inappropriate.
My
God, my mouth dropped. Oh my God.
And she played it off. She was like, I don't remember saying that.
Right.
Okay.
Why I know it's not a podcast, but I just pictured Charlotte McGay saying that shit.
Charlotte McGee.
I picture him saying that. He's always asking some inappropriate ass, nasty ass questions.
Oh no, it wasn't him. It was some
other
unknown nigga who I have no idea how the fuck he got Ari Lennox on his podcast. Oof. But
that Fresh and Fit podcast, you can come here. Right?
He was clearly not a professional because the way that you ask somebody if they're having sex.
It's
you
not
can't just be like, so who you fucking or who you been fucking?
Because this podcast is not professional at all. Let's be honest.
No, absolutely not.
But we know how to ask people questions in a respectful and professional way. Like, so are you seeing anyone?
Boundaries. Are you seeing anyone? Are you intimate with anyone?
How's your dating life going now?
Not have you been getting fucked good, lady? I would have been like, all right, it's been real. I'm gonna head out.
Are we going to be hearing some music about his new special man in your life? You have new special man.
Right, and that's crazy. And I think Nicki Minaj said that in one of the interviews that she did. It was a radio interview. She was just like, how are you going to do an interview about the artist and you don't even do any research on the artist, any recent projects? Like, you're asking just random shit that's not even relevant to why I'm here. I feel like some people get these guests of these, like, influencers, celebrities, whatever, just to literally get in their business in real time. So they can get the tea that all the internet trolls are trying to know, but they finally have it in front of their face. Like, babe, I'm here because I want to talk about my art. I'm here to talk about what I'm doing in the future. I want to talk shit about random topics or whatever. Not, the shit that's being publicized to the media without all of the facts being there.
Straight men do not deserve podcasts.
Straight men don't deserve a lot of things. I have a whole list, so...
Go ahead. I want to hear some of these.
I'm just going to list a few because it's a really fucking long list. Straight men don't deserve phones.
Sex.
Oh, sex, for sure. But they don't deserve phones. Like, get a flip phone. What do you need a phone for? Straight men don't need trees. Why would you need that? It's not for you.
Rights.
Rights.
Damn.
They absolutely don't need rights. They also don't need, what is it?
Opinions.
They don't need cars, like walk. You don't need cars. What, to go see other bitches? No.
Money.
They don't need money. They don't need air.
They don't need...
They don't need life.
They don't need anything. They just need to shut up and go sit there and eat your fucking food. They should just be
dick when people need it.
Yeah, on-call dick, if you will.
Mm-hmm. You're like, I feel like having a baby.
Boom.
Damn.
Ring, ring.
Straight men.
What's
I'm gonna need you to all line up.
I'm gonna need you to drop them draws.
I'm gonna need you to all line up so I can choose which one of you niggas I want.
Not a lineup.
You know, because they used to do that shit to women.
They did.
I need you all of you niggas to line up, and I'm gonna pick which one I want.
All
you gonna be my hoe next week.
Rush Hour. I thought of Rush Hour.
Yeah. Some rush hour shit, yeah.
That's the point. Straight men don't need fucking podcasts. There needs to be a lot of more black, and preferably queer people with podcasts. Like me. And talk about shit that matters.
Facts.
Yeah, and these niggas need to be more professional because that's fucking up your creative resume.
Mm-hmm. And if you are a straight man who happen to, not suck, good for you. But make sure you know how to respectfully talk to women, specifically. Because it's so funny how they're so easy to disrespect women, but they love to, like, suck each other off all the time.
Mm-hmm. They dig right.
Yeah.
To the stars.
Okay, rude.
Ring the alarm.
Can you hear the siren in the...
Sorry, y'all.
That was great. Not even at the same time. I just knew.
But yeah, it's just, there are some straight men who have podcasts who have sense, but it's very hard. You have to dig for them niggas.
You have to dig for them. It's like, how are the idiots being overshadowing the ones who are actually decent? Like, well, that makes sense. Everybody who's horrible always gets the most attention. Like our politicians.
So should we be
Facts.
horrible?
Like our politicians.
Should we be horrible? Hell no.
I would love to be horrible.
I hate heterosexuality.
All right.
That should bring in a bunch of listens.
I hate it too. I hate that I'm attracted
But
to men. It's so
the
bad.
moral of my subject. The moral of my subject is...
The fuck was that?
I'll come back to my other point regarding my subject for the announcement, but the moral of my subject is like you should always try to create for yourself and not for the pleasure of everyone else. And shit like that. Yep, I lost it that fast. Okay.
It's okay. It might come back.
So, our Outcast, do you have anything that you'd like to bring to the attention of the world?
I do not have an Outcast. Typical me. I feel like I'm so underprepared, but be prepared at the same time.
Be prepared. Do you remember that movie? Did you watch that movie?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Isn't that Lion King?
I think that is.
Now.
Wait.
I would have knew that.
Hold on.
Because Scar had sang that song.
He
was like, wasn't that Scar who sang? He was like, "Be prepared."
Is that what he was saying? I probably was thinking different lyrics.
And all the hyenas were like marching around in that little cave. Yep. And it was all green and shit.
Well, the only thing I can say, and this is going to myself too, and to Christopher, post your content. Post it. Oh,
but don't rush yourself.
Don't rush yourself. But I do want to speak on something real quick because I just watched a TikTok yesterday. And
as you can't tell, me and her love TikTok. Him, not so much.
Not so much.
TikTok, no, because people drag shit into
addiction,
oblivion on TikTok.
What do you mean?
People that hours and hours song. People will drag
run it into the ground.
A song into.
Don't let a good song get on TikTok. It's gonna be
TikTok
on there for
to the
a
point where
while.
I'll start hating it.
And the Hours and Hours song is such a beautiful song, but someone tweeted like it's overwhelming when people are doing hair to it, frying crab legs, doing their morning routine. Like, babe, we couldn't have saved this for Valentine's Day so it could be used appropriately. Now Valentine's Day coming up. Bitch, you know that's going to be in every reel, every TikTok,
Once Twitter gives us the ability to mute sounds.
Ooh, Jesus.
He said, I'm not going to hear nothing.
And I hate when that happens. But back to what I was saying.
Yes.
This girl was talking about how there was these white creators from TikTok talking about and if you're pretty, you could just make a TikTok and make, random videos and you'll get brand deals and get a lot of likes. And a lot of black women and people of color were like, no. That's not the case for us. Like, we literally, like Olivia Pope's daddy said, we have to work twice as hard to get half of what they get.
Yeah.
Like, that's frustrating. And I think about that all the time. I'm like, you know what? Bitch, I ain't really got no talent. Like, I feel like I'm kind of funny sometimes. And I do have some kind of content that I would like to post in the world. So there needs to be a lot of more black girls, black men who do mediocre things just like these fucking white people on TikTok, and they need to blow up for it.
But you know what's crazy? Sure. This has always been the thing, especially with Vine. Like, Black people create the trends.
Literally carry.
And then the white people are the ones who are getting
the brand deals.
The brand deals and the reality shows and the Netflix specials and the Hulu specials.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Addison Rae.
Getting cast in movies.
For having my middle name. Your middle name is my name.
Getting cast in movies. Being guest judges on
Jimmy
huge
Fallon.
shows.
Or doing
Black
nothing.
dances. First
Thank
of all,
you.
that Addison Rae shit pissed me off so bad. Not only did you butcher the fucking dances, you didn't give credit to any of the fucking people who created the shit in the first place.
None
and you
of
didn't even
them.
do it right. How embarrassing. But my thing is that I definitely want to be one of those black girls who posts mediocre content and get interaction from it, because bitch, there's no reason why I should be watching a subpar white woman opening a jar of pickles and it has 5 million fucking views.
Don't that
2
be
million likes?
That blows me. Cause
That
how?
infuriates me.
How?
And 16
so
brands commenting around below. Check your DMs.
Check your DMs. Like, oh my god, we love it. Like, are you joking? Do you know how big of a slap in the face for it? And I loved when there was that little pocket of time when Megan Thee Stallion came out with Thought Shit, and all the black people vowed to not make a dance to it.
Yeah, because they were not getting the credit for it.
Bruh, they're not getting credit for it. So when a lot of black people were not making dances to it, babe,
they were doing that waving thing.
Yeah. It says hands on my knees, and these bitches got their hands in the air.
I remember that.
That's my point. I feel like black people need to, at least for the whole month of February, not make any dances, not make any challenges, and again, see what they come up with. And it was so fascinating and hilarious to see the mediocrity, because they can literally not come up with anything. And if they did try to come up with anything, it was fucking terrible. It was so bad. And even when it was bad, they still got hella likes and views.
You remember when I said last time that I thought I was seeing smoke? I see it again. I've been seeing it the whole time.
Where are you seeing it?
It's in the middle on the top one.
Where the water bottle is?
No, the middle on the top.
Oh, I see it now.
She's looking terrified.
Hold on. I'm going to press pause and walk over here. For you to see.
I'm scared.
It's right here.
You see smoke?
It looks like smoke.
Like it's something like wavy right here.
Oh, baby, I couldn't tell you. Is it electrical waves? I'm sorry, I wasn't good at science.
It's not electrical.
Because I'm literally looking at it. It just looks like a cubby. I don't see any smoke.
Is it not? It may be the fan.
Could be.
And it's the shadow of the
It could be the... I think it is the shadow of the fan.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. I see it. It's definitely the fan.
Okay.
I was about... My armpits started sweating.
Hold up.
I was like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? Do I need to sage the house? Oh my gosh. So all my black women, all my black teenagers, black children, black creators, post your fucking content. Even if it's you opening a jar of pickles, even if it's you eating your food, even if it's you doing a literal stupid dance and making random noises, because this is all the shit that I see these white people doing, and they are getting messages from Taco Bell, McDonald's, everybody for doing it. So
that makes me want to hop on TikTok now, because that, ooh.
But the thing is, TikTok is disappointing to the point where, like, you can create something that becomes popular, and the people who would get paid for it are the white people who are doing it.
And there was that whole Euphoria high school trend. There was a black girl who did it, and it got one of the most views. It got like over 6 million views, 5 million likes, and hers was close to the bottom of the sound page.
Really?
Yeah, and she talked about it too. She's like, I find it funny how I have one of the videos with the most views, but yet you have to dig and search for me under the sound. That's the shit I'm talking about. TikTok, you know you're fucking racist, and you know how long has TikTok been out? Since when? 2019.
It was Musically at first.
It was Musically. Yeah, y'all need to do fucking better. And that's another reason why I feel like I delete my stuff a lot, is because this was months ago. No, not months ago. This was last year when I was really getting into TikTok. I had posted one TikTok, and I noticed that I was getting a lot of likes and a lot of views. And to me, a lot was over 12,000 views for me, for one silly video that I did like a voiceover of. And they fucking removed the sound.
I know
They removed the sound.
They removed the sound of my video. They removed the sound and all the interaction just stopped.
Well, I know someone who actually gets the credit for the things that they do. King Batch. Anyways, so did you have an Outcast?
Yeah, I was about to say I'll call him some.
No.
Not King Batch.
Okay. I wanted to give my Outcast to Black writers. Because Black writers have... The Black writers of the past and of the new writers are really, really excellent. Like, who are actually writers. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to give them to Black writers because...
You mean like TV show writers, movie writers, book writers?
Songwriters?
Writers, period.
But
I love
I'm
that.
talking about people who actually care about their craft, not these niggas
Who just be
who
putting
just be
shit
writing
together.
shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wanted to give my Outcast to them. And then Abby had released a video of her doing a cover to John Mayer's song Age of the Worried.
Love
which
that
is very in theme of
song.
what we talked about. Because it's about, stop being afraid of failure or
Look at him
downfall.
always finding something that correlates. You
Yes,
just every time
love
just
it.
No, it just... I was listening and I was paying
Yeah.
attention to the lyrics and I was like, this is what I had for what I wanted to talk about.
I love
But
that.
it was like, stop being afraid of failing or disappointing or whatever. Just
Do it.
take risks. The point of life is to take risks because, people wouldn't be anywhere if you didn't take risks.
True.
So, that. And slam poetry videos. I've been going back to my roots of writing and studying slam poetry.
Fun.
Like how I was doing.
I haven't been to one of those things in a minute.
I've been watching on YouTube, like the button poetry and...
It work. I don't even know what that is, but I'll
like
look into it.
Yeah, so...
Chris, what do you have any Outcasts?
no.
Okay.
Wait. No.
It's okay. Look at.
I just seem
Don't
so
be sounding like a mama.
like
It's all right. Look, I like to bring comfort. All right.
thanks.
Of course.
Okay.
My
Like, I
Outcast
appreciate
is to
it.
all of the mediocre Black girls out there who are afraid to post their content. Post it. I'm not going to stop saying it because I'm low-key saying it to myself. But I'm dead ass. All my Outcasts, all my girls, all my weirdo Black girls, I need you to post your content.
You're not mediocre.
I'm just saying mediocre because...
You're mediocre to the racist white people who give these white people brands.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're hot, if you're fine, if you're sexy, and you're Black, and you're a woman, queer, whatever, post your shit. Because there are bitches out there who are of the Caucasian descent, post the same shit, and they get it all. We need to take it back. We need to take that shit. And that's all I have to say about that.
Announcements? What would you like to say? What would you like to announce to the world?
That I'm gonna do better, y'all. That's my announcement. I'm gonna try to do better and build up my confidence more in my creative abilities. Yeah, that's my announcement. I'm gonna
The
try.
best way to build your confidence is to fight through the lack of confidence.
That was ooh.
Yeah.
That was a heavy
Yeah.
one. Ooh.
I gotta do that. My
Ooh.
confidence goes in waves.
Waves.
Yeah.
Like I could be on top of the
Yeah. 1 minute I'm the baddest bitch alive. 1 minute I'm like, don't look at me.
I
Disgusting.
spoke to Chris about that last week when you were dropping me off. And I was like, I don't ever feel satisfied in anything that I do. I always feel like everything is just like, okay.
we were on the highway.
You are not easily impressed.
I'm not.
At
And it's
all.
like the
By
shit
his
that
own
I...
stuff. By
And
his
the shit
own,
that I've
and the
accomplished.
stuff that he's done. What the fuck?
Like multi-platinum
That's how I know
shit.
you're literally a perfectionist. You're just like,
Multi-platinum, the shit going gold, winning BET Awards, Grammy Awards, random British awards from some big-ass shows. I don't know what the fuck these British shits is, but I'm winning
And
them.
he's unimpressed with himself. He's like, yeah, this is.
Being number one on Billboard for months and months. And I'm just like...
hello,
And I'm just like...
go off then.
But I'm just... I don't know. It just doesn't hit me the way that it...
I feel like it's
affected me.
because you know you can literally do way better.
Because it's like... I've always been the type of person where I'm like, okay, I did this. Now I need to try to do something better than what I did. It's more like I'm competing with myself.
Yourself, literally, yeah.
So, and then I get the excitement when I'm doing it. Like, oh, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be crazy. But then once it happens, I'm just like,
all right.
Okay. And then it was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And I'm like,
It should hit you. What?
It doesn't. And then I'll hear shit that I made on the radio, and I'm like, can I please not?
No, he would literally make that face like.
I do a squint, like, and roll my eyes. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Do better.
And don't let us be Austin when he hears it on, like, over the intercom. He's like, oh my God, no.
I don't know.
Turn it off.
I have a problem with feeling satisfied.
Okay.
I know. One thing we haven't done in a while. Where can they find you? What are your socials?
Oh yeah, because we didn't do that in the beginning.
At all.
First though.
Oh wait, okay.
Take your time on the things you create. I want to also emphasize that because there are people who they think that they have to constantly put out shit for their shit to pop. No. Take your time. Take breaks. Why do you think that Frank Ocean has amazing projects? Why do you think Kendrick Lamar has amazing projects? Beyonce has amazing projects. They take long ass gaps
Beyonce said that too.
Of living life and finding shit to write about.
Yeah.
Pause. Anyways, so they take long ass breaks. Anyway. But yeah, they take long ass breaks between their projects because it's like they want to live life. You live life and have some shit. You will get burnt out. Constantly putting shit out. Like, because I had to say this to artists. Like, there's some artists who I honestly have to go up to. It's like, don't give up. Because they're like, I want to quit because this is just too much for me. I'm like, don't quit.
Don't quit.
Just take a break. Live life. You're writing about the same shit. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to be like, okay, so what else is there to write? You have to live life to have something to write about.
Shit, Rihanna been doing it for 6 years.
She's gonna have something amazing to talk about.
Sorry, I got beef with her just because I need some.
But she's living life. Cause
I know, but I'm so proud of her.
I'm excited to hear what she has to say. How her life has been. Now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be fire. You know it's gonna be fire. Same thing whenever Frank comes out with another project.
It's always fire.
Always fire.
He talks about the shit that he was going through during between albums.
And you can feel it. And that's what I feel makes timeless projects.
People experimenting, going out of their comfort zone, taking risks.
But the shit that's like, it can never get old. Like, please tell me that you don't still bump Channel Orange like it ain't come out
like
just
if you really think about it, like the shit that does not get old.
It doesn't.
That artist, how long did it take for them to actually release their project? How long did it take for them to release the next project?
Right.
You pay attention that it took them a long ass time, multiple years. You don't have to always have to be spewing out more and more and more content. You know, you're not a machine.
Time.
But yeah, and also we are on all streaming platforms. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts because that helps. And I found out that Spotify has a rating and reviewing thing. I don't know
really?
how the fuck.
Really?
Yeah, somehow it has that. But if you figure out how to do that shit, rate and review.
And follow.
On Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're also on YouTube.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Because I know bitches like to love YouTube podcast. So I had to struggle to figure out how to put the motherfucking thing on. I was struggling.
Were you?
I was struggling.
Because, babe, I would never have guessed how to do that or even where to start.
I was having more trouble trying to figure out how to export it than
upload it.
Yeah, I can upload. Uploading it was easy. The whole setup for uploading is easier than what it was back then, but exporting it was frustrating because I'm like, where the fuck do I export this fucking shit? But yeah.
Chris, what are your socials?
Oh, my socials, I gotta pull them up because I don't know off the back of my hand. But my Instagram is _Chris Crawley. That's _CHRISCRAWLEY. My Twitter is __Crawley. That's 2 _CRAWLEY. And what else do I have?
Tic-tac.
Thank you. My TikTok is...
Do you post on TikTok?
No, but I'm finna start. Attacked? Perhaps.
Never.
My TikTok is Crawly Crawl.
Period.
CRAWLEY CRAWL. That is it. Yours, sir.
My Twitter is at pornhub.com. I'm just kidding.
You know what? The show over.
No.
Take his mic away.
My Twitter and Instagram are Hakeem Music, HAKIIM MUSIC, bitch.
2 eyes, bitch.
Yep.
Don't forget it.
And you?
You can follow me at _RAEBAYBAY. That's Ray Ray Bay on Instagram. Twitter, it's the same thing. Extra underscore. So underscore Ray Ray Bay.
Yes,
and
2
TikTok,
underscores.
Right, I peeped that when you said your Twitter. And on TikTok, I am at Nobody Cares Ray. That's all I have. Oh, and I'm on YouTube. I am just Ray W. But those are my old videos, so I don't think that's really relevant.
And then you can find the podcast everywhere at Hella Outcast. That's the @ name for the Instagram.
All right.
And the Twitter.
All right.
Twitter.
And Twitter.
Yeah. Hella Outcast. Anchor.fm/Hella Outcast. And that's where you can find us. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Bye.
Peace out.
Shut up.